ITIL AI Capability Model, also known as a functional classification of AI solutions. And it is also called a 6C model because it has 6 C's here. Let's say we start with creation, then curation, clarification, cognition, communication, and coordination, which means AI helps in these 6 areas. So these are the various possible applications of AI. And this functional or capability model can also enhance AI governance by helping organizations tailor risk profiles, controls, and countermeasures to the specific functions of AI solutions, especially beyond its intended use. So, for example, for the creation function or for a curation function, how governance should be done. So these capabilities are not mutually exclusive. Many real-world use cases combine them. For example, it is not that AI performs only any one of these 6 functions, but usually these can be combined as well. So let us understand what these 6 functional areas of AI application are. First is creation. And for the exam, please note, you may have a question on this. Of course, everything that you are going through in this e-learning course is part of the exam curriculum. But then I'm just highlighting that in spite of having large tables like these, you need to know them and understand these 6 AI capabilities. Creation is the first one. This is where AI generates new outputs in response to prompts or triggers. Prompts meaning some commands to the AI system. And this includes producing content, code, documentation, or any other artifact that did not exist before. So some examples are noted here. It can create answers to users' questions on the prompt. It can create individualized text for communications, adapting messages to stakeholders' language, role, and preferences. Now, by the way, communication is also one of the AI capabilities, but that's a slightly different one. Here, the communication is about adapting the message to stakeholders' language, role, and preferences. Then it's also about, for example, there could be automated generation of release notes, change announcements, deployment plans based on the release data that is available. And or creation can also mean drafting service level agreements or creating a workflow based on defined conditions or business rules. So that is creation. Curation is the improvement of the quality, organization, and relevance of existing data or knowledge by identifying redundancies, outdated information, inconsistencies, or incompliance. So, for example, to detect and flag obsolete knowledge-based articles, to detect and clean up duplicated records in the databases, or highlighting discrepancies between SLAs and supporting contracts with suppliers. Because generally the SLAs need to be aligned or integrated with the suppliers' contracts. Then validating documents by checking alignment with approved corporate policies and rules. Next, we have clarification. This is where AI helps users find, understand, navigate, or improve existing content by summarizing, rephrasing, restructuring, or translating it. So, for example, to summarize a complex incident ticket for management reporting. Therefore, on the prompt, one could attach a document which has a lot of detail and ask for a summary of that. Or it can also be rewriting a knowledge article for easier understanding or generating a scenario-specific summary report using a natural language prompt, or AI-enhanced classification and attribution of IT costs for accurate cost allocation, analysis, and reporting. Then we have cognition, which is a lot more intense application of AI, wherein AI identifies the patterns, anomalies, hidden insights across data, enabling proactive detection, forecasting, and analysis. This is where AI can be very useful. Coming closer to human thinking, such as analyzing a major incident to better understand possible reasons and consequences, which is problem management. And detecting recurring incident trends indicating a deeper problem, identifying bottlenecks in a process or a value stream by looking at process execution records, identifying potential issues caused by changes in complex environments, and predicting increases in system workload based on historical usage patterns and seasonal trends. This can enable proactive capacity planning. Number 5 is communication, wherein AI acts as a communicative interface, helping users interact with services and systems naturally. So, for example, chatbots for users to obtain technical support, or it can be virtual agents assisting with service request submission. For example, a request being put in for a software license or a laptop or a document request. It can also mean personalized major incident communication with end users, adapting messages to their language, role, and preferences. So we had something similar under creation, but in creation, new text is created based on stakeholders' language, role, and preferences. But here, this is major incident communication based on language, role, and preferences. This is based on available incident data. Then AI agents that conduct surveys, capture feedback, apply sentiment analysis to assess and report on stakeholder satisfaction. Sentiment analysis is from the experience area, which is about understanding the emotions of the user or a customer. And then we have the last one, coordination. This is where AI autonomously executes, orchestrates, or triggers actions across systems, often in response to events, requests, or patterns. So, for example, triaging incoming user requests and assigning them to the most appropriate teams. Triaging here can mean classifying them, categorizing them. Sometimes it can also mean prioritizing. For example, in hospitals, they usually triage or prioritize patients who are in more critical conditions. So similarly, triaging can mean classifying an incoming query into either a service request or an incident, or it can also mean, in other situations, prioritizing a specific request or incident. Then automatically escalating high impact incidents based on real time analysis, triggering remediation workflows after detecting specific errors, events, or trends. So as you can see, AI has got some interesting applications of different types. Further to the ITIL AI capability model, emergence of Gen AI and its fast commoditization have raised many concerns regarding governance, ethics, and compliance. Organizations should ensure effective governance of technology and data they use and process, especially when sensitive information is concerned. So, though it may take time for relevant international, national, and industry-specific regulations to be developed and implemented, still organizations should ensure effective governance. Then, another important challenge amplified by the use of AI is the quality of data. The new level of demand for data quality and control has increased the importance of effective data governance and management. So, AI tools are as good as the data they are trained on. And many organizations find that their accumulated product and service management records are not complete, accurate, and consistent for this purpose.